Yo, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to day 328 of Becoming a Millionaire. If you guys don't know me, my name is Daniel Diaz. Um, this past year has been a full grind. We've scaled an agency that was at $0 to over 10K a month. And just before I get into any of this, I want to give you guys some context. In the last year, me and my team, we've sent over 400,000 emails across multiple different industries, including tech, including manufacturing, service-based businesses, et cetera, et cetera. And like I said earlier, we scaled to 10K a month consistently. Two guys, very low overhead. And now we are just growing super quickly. We're building real systems so we can take ourselves out of our business a little bit more and have it more automated, which is why we're onboarding VAs. That's where we're currently at. And most importantly, we're just improving every single month. Every single day we genuinely look to get 1% better. Whether that's how we speak to clients, whether that's in our service delivery. Like there's a lot of different things we always try to optimize. But to be fair, I wouldn't have got to where I am now if I didn't have a massive identity shift. Okay? And that's what I'm going to talk about right now, because who I was a few years ago, you would never believe this, but I used to be addicted to drugs. I used to be partying every single day. All right? I wasn't happy with my life, and I was filling that empty hole in my heart with garbage and with women, with drugs, etc., etc. So my life 4 or 5 years ago looks nothing like it is now. It's completely different. I went from I would consider myself a drug addict to a entrepreneur that is slowly scaling his agency to the goal is 7 figures a year. So some things I want to talk about is like you will never outperform the person you think you are. So a lot of people, they just think they need more strategy, more hacks. They just need more information before doing anything. But what you really need is a new identity. Like, who am I going to become? And this person, you have to have a clear image of who that is to you. Okay? Because like when I was younger, personally, I struggled with a bunch of things. I was just like doing drugs all the time, and then I found God. Okay? And that was the biggest shift within my life. That was literally the turning point, bro. And that was the first moment I actually believed I could build something. Okay? Not contributing to malice like drugs or doing evil, but more so providing an impact, a positive impact on society. So after that, I remember trying ecom with my friend. We did that for a couple of years. I can't lie. We made a couple grand, and after that, I really thought university is gonna help me. Okay, I was studying all the day, running ecom with my other partner, and I just was lost, bro. Nothing was working, and I even lost the job I was working at the same time, which is around the same time I started this YouTube channel. Isn't that crazy? And I have a video of me getting fired from my job. This was last year. And I was just like, bro, I'm lost. I'm just going to start. I started just posting content, getting myself out there, started making connections and getting on calls with people, networking. And then obviously scaling a real business. And now we're scaling. We are becoming one of the most known agencies within our niche. And like it's completely different. But back to the story. I got fired from my job, and then my brother's friend Matt, which is my partner now, he needed help with his agency, and he was doing SEO at some time, and he wasn't making any money with it. So I joined it. I started out as an SDR. We kept on improving our services. We really locked down on one thing, which was cold email. Later on, a couple months ago from now, we implemented LinkedIn outbound, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, we really focused on email and just becoming that one agency that really focuses on cold email outbound. Okay. And this is where everything flipped for me, okay? This is the first time I was acting like the person I wanted to become. And I thought about this person intensively, okay? Because, like, now we are consistently hitting 5 figures a month. And it's hard to actually say that because at the time, like 2 years ago from now, I would have never believed that. But last year, like, I completely shifted. I shifted my identity, and I told myself, I will be the person that will make 40K a month, 100K a month. And I set those boundaries way higher than expected. So this is the core part a lot of people miss, and none of it came from tactics. What I did is it all came from the identity. Okay? When I kept asking myself, how do I make more money? How am I going to escape the matrix? How am I going to live without a job? And I hated the job, bro. So I stayed stuck, okay? And the moment I started asking, like, who is the person that naturally makes that amount? Like, what is he doing right now? That's when everything's changed. So I believe your actions, what you do, always matches your identity. Okay? So I asked myself 3 simple questions that has changed my life. Who is the version of me that already has the life I want? Was one. Okay? What does he do every single day? And what does he refuse to tolerate? Okay? And that is when I started showing that version of myself more. Okay? So that version of myself, I literally visualized the whole thing. He wasn't out late. He wasn't scrolling all the time. He wasn't fapping off. He wasn't wasting time, but instead he woke up early. He committed himself to deep work. He protected his attention. He moved with purpose. He put God in the center of his life. And that is the person I still am trying to become. Okay? And like what you focus on grows, brother. Do you understand that? What you put your focus on, it grows. Your beliefs literally shape your reality. And everything that pulls you away from your goals are just noise trying to steal your energy. And reality transurfing talks about this, and it's called pendulums, okay? And these are basically distractions in your life. So like news, media, social noise. It's things that when you actually give your attention to, you feel the effect, the net effect of your energy being drained, okay? You feel weaker. You feel more tired, like, oh, like, you know? And that is what a pendulum is. But the more energy you are able to keep within your little cup of energy, the more you will be able to expend that towards getting closer to your goals. So these pendulums, they're everywhere, okay? They're in your home, they're in public, in the store, right? And it's your job to not give your attention to these pendulums and try to break that script as much as possible. So for example, if you're in traffic, brother, and you normally rage, and you normally road rage when you're in traffic and you start like screaming. That is what the pendulum wants you to do, okay? That takes your energy and it sets you off for the rest of the day. Like, fuck, like, oh, I got into this bad road rage earlier and now my focus is everywhere and now this is happening and now my whole day is ruined, and that's how fast it spirals out. But by breaking the script, I mean, next time you get into traffic, don't road rage. Be like, thank you, God, for giving me this patience, okay? And the more you do that, the more you actually break that pendulum, the more you free yourself, the more energy you keep for the day. So you can actually put towards your goals and get closer. And this is huge, right? This relates back to Stoicism. I'm not sure if you guys have studied much into Stoicism, but that is basically the same thing. Like remain calm at all times. Remain confident. Don't be emotional, okay? These are very important aspects to keep in mind when running a business, because your business requires a lot of your time and energy in the first couple of years until you can, get VAs in and get it more automated. But all of these, they take your energy if you give them attention. So I stopped feeding them, bro, as much as I can, okay? And I treated my energy like something valuable, okay? Because your energy is the most valuable, most precious thing that you guys can keep. So, guys, if you want a different life, do not start with like tactics or any of that. Start with your identity. Start with the person you really want to become. Crystallize that image within your head so it's super clear and detailed. Think about the things they do and live your day like you are trying to be that version of yourself. Eventually, if you are consistent enough, you will get there. Truly. That is like, it's just how life works. Okay? So keep that image in your head. Always ask yourself, am I doing the right thing? And that, I think, is the most important framework that's gotten me this far within only a year of business. Well, a couple of years in business, but a year we're running the agency. Listen, when your identity rises, your results follow. And that is what has changed my life. All right, guys. That's all I have in this video today. I hope you guys got some sort of value from this. If you did, please leave a comment below. Subscribe. Next video is going to be an update around our agency and some things that we're working on right now. Big things are coming up for next year as well. And I'm super excited to start showing you guys. I think you guys will really like this. And also, we also got these mugs that just came in. These are so dope, bro. These are company mugs from our agency, Valente. And right there, there's a cool little detail. CCOO. So, let's get it, boys. This is day 328 of becoming a millionaire. I'll see you guys for day 329 tomorrow. Peace and God bless.